SSD Live. It's me, Mario, Tyler.
I'm a Louis, a Joseph, number one.
Pierce Brosnan.
And welcome to Super Squad D. Oh wait, we're supposed to introduce each other. That's Samario.
And that's a Luigi.
And welcome to
Super Squad D Live. Sorry for the delay, guys.
That's what the D stands for tonight.
Delay.
Delay.
Dan Williams will be really happy.
I'm sure.
Because he always likes to say the D stands for delay.
Yep.
Dan, how dare you?
We've got a lot of things running on our producer has a lot of stuff running on like the systems that are running the computers that are running everything.
There's no producer, guys. There's literally no producer.
We apologize if the video looks if it's a little choppy. Hopefully everything is coming in clearly. Hopefully it's not getting in the way of your enjoyment. And again, we do apologize for the delay. Producer's fault. Tripped over some wires.
There's no producer.
Really embarrassing. Really embarrassing. How's everybody doing tonight?
Where are you from? Where are you at? What's going on? Everybody have a good week?
Here?
Why are you here? Because you want to talk about the Nintendo 64, or you want to win a gift card, or you want to win
whatever you want.
Sweet Nintendo 64 game.
Sponsor tonight is Stellar Stone Games, makers of Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. Big Rigs Over the Road Racing coming to you summer like
2020,
98 or something.
Oh, right, 1998.
Yeah, tonight is the Nintendo 64 episode.
That's right. Look at this bad boy.
You got it right there. So we have lots of stuff going on that we're excited about talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Talking, of course, about some of the most popular games on the system. Yeah. Talking about, we have each picked out 3 underrated gems.
That's right.
And
we're going to talk a lot about appropriately rated gems as well. We got a lot. So
we've even got a viewer contribution, viewer contributed viewer collection of the week.
Yeah, so pretty excited about all of that.
Hello to everyone.
Also,
quick shout out to some of the people here.
Yeah,
already.
Who we got in the chat?
We got Toby, of course. We've got James, who says that he's in the quiet car, so no sound. So show me something.
Wow.
That was for James.
Wow, James.
Hello
lucky
to
son of gun.
Hello to Scott. These are new glasses. Thank you, Scott, for noticing.
Yeah, they are new. You can barely see them.
It's
magic. There's no lenses in there also.
Oscar, David Codd, Dan Williams, Ricky C. Carlos is here.
The D stands for Dan.
The D stands for Dan. What a great show. What you got there?
I just want to give a quick shout out to Nintendo Power. Come on, guys. Who subscribed to Nintendo Power? Like, seriously. Friggin' seriously. Who subscribed to this magazine? The beauty of this magazine is that it was made by Nintendo, and yet for some reason as a kid, like it never clicked with me that they were the ones producing the games and reviewing the games. So I was like, let me flip through it. Oh my gosh, this game got a stellar review from Nintendo. I have to buy it. But seriously, Nintendo Power is amazing. I want to know who all collected or subscribed to Nintendo Power.
I think I still have the Nintendo Power 100th issue at my parents' house.
That was a pretty big deal. So in this issue, F-Zero X coming soon. Pretty exciting.
Very exciting. All right, so some of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight. We mentioned already. We're going to be talking about some of the most popular games on the Nintendo 64.
Yep.
Along with that,
a lot of good ones.
We're actually going to give away, because why not? We're going to give away one of the most popular games from the Nintendo 64.
I mean, it's amazing. It's a legacy game. You've probably played it, but on the off chance you haven't, or you don't own it, or you're interested in winning it, it's this bad boy right here. Go ahead and slot that in.
Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Now, who played this one?
I mean, that game is amazing. Before we get into that game, and before we just jump headlong, because I want to know what you guys love, what games you guys love for the 64, because we're going to talk about a lot. I want to talk about a little bit about the haul that I had this week, because I brought some stuff that I got this week.
Yeah, you do that. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to send out a
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm going to get ready to send out the giveaway link for the
Okay.
first giveaway. We'll have 2 giveaways tonight. The first one's going to be a sign up to win an In Stock Trades gift card.
That's right.
The second one is
Or
going to
your
be...
retailer of choice if you
Sure.
live outside of the USA. Toby, this could be your week.
This could be it. And then of course, we're giving away the game. We'll give details on that in just a minute. Why don't you show off that haul, though?
So, first thing I got, some of you guys, if you're in Crypto's Den, which is a subgroup of the Omnibus Comic Collector Swapping Community, it's a collectible subgroup. I got this great 2-piece Vulture and Spider-Man set, Walmart exclusive. Was so happy to find it. Like a kid on Christmas, as someone said. So you've already seen that if you're in that group. And then next, this is a figure that I've been waiting a while to get. It's the 12-inch Marvel Legends series. There's Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and now there's a Deadpool that I'll definitely be picking up. But I really didn't want to pay the price tag, which I think was $50. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it was on sale for $20 at the Walmart that I stopped to last night in Forest, Mississippi on my way home from Birmingham,
nice.
Alabama.
Very nice.
So pick that up. And then my dear sweet friend, Joseph Craven,
That's me.
picked up for me at a
yeah.
used game store 4 games from the greatest system of all time. You guessed it, the Super Nintendo. I'm going to show you what they are.
Yep.
And the reason that we are a little bit behind is most certainly partially due to the fact that we played these games before the show. The first, Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong Quest.
Dixie Conquest.
Dixie Kong Double Trouble. Always
Good
wanted
enough.
that game. We got Captain America and the Avengers, which we realized is actually quite terrible.
Yeah, not a good game.
Like, the weird thing about this game is there's no invincibility frames and there's no recovery frames. Like, when you get hit, they can just chain kill you. It was really funny.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. But it was 2-player.
It was.
You could play as Hawkeye, Cap, Iron Man, or Vision. And no
Yeah.
matter who you were, if you got hit, you yelled, no!
Same voice actor. One
Same
voice
actor.
actor for the whole game.
No!
No! Shaq Fu.
Because everyone needs Shaq Fu.
I mean, seriously, I don't know if you can see this pose on Shaquille O'Neal, but he's making a karate pose. And then finally, the greatest game that I didn't know existed that we played, The Tick, which is seriously amazing. It's a side-scroller beat-em-up. It's only 1 player, but every time the Tick beats a level, he yells his classic and best battle cry, Spoon! So good. So it has been a great
Yep.
week in terms of hauls, and I want to share that with
Absolutely.
you guys.
Absolutely.
Um,
So a lot of people already bringing up some of their favorite games, and it's been mentioned several times, including very obviously by my good close personal friend Chandler Rowland, or Rowland. I've never known how to pronounce it. That WWF No Mercy.
Wow, that is a good game.
Hugely popular wrestling game.
That is a really good game.
Hugely popular. And I actually own a copy of it solely because Chandler talks about it so often that I was at a store, found it there for like $5,
Really?
and bought it just for
What a
his
good
benefit.
game.
Last time he came over, we played it.
What a good game.
Personally, I was a bigger WCW versus NWO, World Tour or Revenge fan, but that's because I actually... There it is. That's because I watched WCW.
Yeah, me too. So, like, at a certain point, WCW and WWF split, and WCW and versus NWO, when we were kids, was a huge freaking deal. Like, were you a part of the Wolfpack?
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
Dude, you never turn your back on the
might-
Wolfpack.
you might wind up in a money bag.
Sting. Oh my gosh, so good. So yeah, this game was great. And then the sequel, Revenge.
Which
had my favorite character, as I mentioned to you earlier, is Rey Mysterio Jr. Full mask, short dude, because I'm short. And I just loved him. I'd always get in the ring, and I beat Goldberg. Like, I'm the man. Rey Mysterio freaking Jr.
Yep. Rey Mysterio Jr. I loved in Revenge. I thought this was very interesting that you could customize the wrestlers. You could change their outfits and
Yeah,
color
that's
schemes
true.
and even change their names. We have Chris asking for a Hulk Hogan I Can't Hear You taunt.
Oh,
There it is.
Dang. That
And
was
then
good, dude.
My favorite, how the Wolfpack
Yeah.
or the NWO would do that. So,
Yeah, good times in the wrestling community.
So a lot going on. All right, the 64 is my personal favorite system.
Yep.
I thought that the system as a whole did a lot of very innovative things. I mean, it was the last of the cartridge giants, if you will.
Which is funny because now we've circled back to the cartridge.
Now we're circling back, yes. But, at the time, this was it. And I really think that this was one of my absolute favorites because of the things that had, like, it had the expansion pack. You know, you had the expandable built-in memory right there, which was pretty unique. You had, well, for example, you've got the Star Fox 64 box. Yeah. Tyler still has all of his old boxes.
I did. Because, guys, I'm a hoarder. Like, you've seen my collection. You know what's up. I don't throw away anything. So I've got every box to every game I've ever purchased.
It's incredible. And they're in great condition. But Star Fox 64, you might remember, it's a big, thick box because it came with a Rumble pack.
Yep.
It came with it. It was the debut of the Rumble pack. So the 64 invented, like...
I've got a Rumble pack around here somewhere. I'm not seeing it, but yeah. Rumble pack is fantastic.
Yep.
Now they're built into controllers.
Yep,
it's kind of hilarious.
But the 64 had that, you know.
Pioneered it.
The memory pack's in the controllers. Now, speaking of controllers, though...
Yeah, I really like... I mean, the translucent controllers were a big deal. Like, check this out. I know you guys remember the translucent controllers. We have a little question going on. Let us know in the comments, what way is the right way to wrap a Nintendo 64 controller? Is it all diagonal?
Just diagonal. All diagonal. You see it as...
Or is it crisscross? Let us know in the comments.
Which one you think?
Which do you prefer? What do you prefer?
I think it's pretty obvious, by the way. I have my original Nintendo 64 from 1996 controller right here, crisscross.
I would say I prefer the non-crisscrossed. I prefer the diagonal. So let us know in the comments.
You tell us what you think. As well, I'm going ahead and putting out the gift card giveaway.
Good. While you do that, I'm going to bring up another Nintendo 64 game. I enjoyed seeing here Sting with the bat from Row, which is pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that Sting was my favorite. Was my favorite wrestler in that era. I loved anytime Sting came up. I got to see him in person one time as a kid.
Was he scary?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm loving seeing Scott. My favorite 64 memory is renting The World Is Not Enough, starting the game, and immediately punching the bank teller and losing. Brilliant. I love it. I love it so much.
We see some good games in here. We got Wave Race 64.
Wave Race, a very early time. It was the 64 had 2 launch titles.
Yeah, Pilot Wings and Mario 64.
I was going to ask the live chat to guess. But,
oh, my bad. I dropped the bomb on that.
Yeah, and the Wave Race was one of the early ones.
It was, because it wasn't that great. I mean, it's guys on jet skis driving around. Like, could you design a more boring game? But it was early, so we were really excited and we played it.
Yep.
I remember Pilot Wings. My church had Pilot Wings, and we would go to church and just play on the big screen TV.
Yeah.
Just all night, and it was Pilot Wings. Did you guys like Pilot Wings?
Yeah. What did you talk about?
Let us know what you liked about Pilot Wings. Somebody brought up, obviously, one of the greatest games of all time. One of the GOATs.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump right into it.
GoldenEye 64.
Yeah. You know, before we actually talk about GoldenEye, this reminds me, we're going to be playing a game later on.
Okay.
With our, and I mean, the game is ruined at this point with that.
No, I forgot. Dude, I'm sucking. I'm dropping it right now.
We're going to be playing a game later on with our underrated gems that we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be doing something that we call, well, I mean, we don't call it, but we're going to be seeing who can name the game first.
That's it.
All right?
So let's do a little test run, even though it's already...
All right. So what we're going to do later on is we're going to put up videos of the games we're about to talk about, and whoever in the live chat knows what it is and can answer first gets a point. So, for example...
Boom!
Hey, look at that. We've got gameplay going on.
Who can name what this game is?
Yeah. If you know what game this is, obviously this is the easy one. Obviously this one's already been, ruined and spoiled, been given away.
My bad, guys.
No problem.
My bad.
But if you know what game this is, you would answer. All right? So, I'm sure someone will answer in the chat, but that's how the game's going to be played. We'll prompt you again with the rules later on. Just wanted to
It's going to be fun.
Throw that out there now.
It's going to be a fun competition. Yep. Let's see who's got the most Nintendo 64 know-how.
Tell us about GoldenEye.
So, GoldenEye, my friends and I put no less than 200 to 300 hours in. Is that better?
There
it's too low.
Put it right behind the microphone.
My bad.
The entire
too
time.
low. Boom. And, GoldenEye was interesting because it wasn't the first-person shooter. Nope. It wasn't even the first popular. The first popular first-person shooter was Doom, but we also had games like Quake, Wolfenstein on the PC. But this was the first console shooter that really took off and that really showed console players, you can play first-person shooters and be really successful at them.
And a lot of the popularity came from, basically the same reason that Call of Duty became a popular game from the beginning also, multiplayer.
Right, multiplayer was a huge aspect. And it was a really pretty well-balanced game. It introduced concepts of like the golden gun, which has carried over in there's a whole lot of games, including Destiny. If you play Destiny, there's a golden gun mechanic in that game. Like, the golden gun really set the standard for one-shot killing.
Yeah.
But the RCP-90, I think is what it was called. There was just a lot of really good games. And, of course, they had fun things like the sprays and the cheat codes you could put in where it would shoot paintballs, big head mode, things like that.
All that sort of classic
stuff.
So
fun.
They also had, Chris has pointed out, they also had Odd Job, who was always banned.
Always banned. Because he was so short and you couldn't get him. And then who was the tall guy? Jaws.
Jaws. And to this day, you're going to have some jerk friend who picks Odd Job regardless of what you say.
Yep. Every time. Every time.
Quick scan of the live chat says that I think we had about 3 votes for crisscross controller wrapping. We had Justin W says diagonally. But then Toby jumps in and says that definitely not crisscross. I used to work for a game shop and had so many broken cables due to people not wrapping the cable carefully and doing it too tight.
So, Toby, what is the correct way to wrap a cable?
I guess he's saying diagonally keeps it from...
I feel like that means my way is the right way.
I don't know.
That's how I'm taking it.
That gray controller is a 21-year-old controller.
It's still rocking
that's working very well.
It's still rocking it. Really, the quality of Nintendo products, and especially the Nintendo 64, like we were talking about tonight, the Super Nintendo that I've got is on the fritz. But really, the 64 has really, really solid quality.
Yeah,
it's a good build.
So we're talking about GoldenEye. It jumps me a quick segue into one of my personal favorite games, which is the spiritual successor to GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. Tyler, what's your opinion on Perfect Dark?
I couldn't tell you because I never played it. Thanks for rubbing that in. I never played Perfect Dark. I know about it. I can tell you about it's a first-person shooter. I'm assuming it's in the dark and it's perfectly pitch black. You can't see anything. I'm assuming that there's guns involved and it's just everyone in pitch black dark just spraying and then the lights come on and like whoever's dead is dead. Whoever's alive is alive. Is that right? Is that how the game works?
So Perfect Dark was, in some ways, honestly, a better game than GoldenEye. Not even kidding. It was a little bit better gameplay, a little bit better controls. Just saying. Wow. What got in its way is that it was a little too powerful. Of a game. They tried to pack too much, so it had a tendency as a cartridge to lag a little bit, which was a unique problem. But Perfect Dark was amazing. It had more unique weaponry. Someone who just said it, Jay Dunn has already said Perfect Dark doesn't remember anything except setting up turrets. Turrets were awesome. I loved the turret gun. Loved playing with the turret gun. It was a laptop. And it would turn, and you could throw it, and it could turn into a turret.
David Codd is saying play Perfect Dark. Okay.
He's saying it's honestly better than GoldenEye, and I'm with you on that, David.
I do want to play it. Like, right now I'm going through an SNES renaissance where I'm going back and getting and playing a lot of Super Nintendo games that I never played. Like, I've never played Secret of Mana, so I'm playing that. But after I finish with the SNES, I think I'm going to go to the 64. We talked about it, and we'll probably do some videos on it. But Perfect Dark is at the top of my list of games to play.
But what got me about Perfect Dark is that in multiplayer, you could play against bots.
Really?
They had AI bots with different personalities. You can set it as an easy bot, and that thing was so dumb it would run into corners and just stay there. Super hard, like really difficult. You could put it into a bot that does nothing but runs around and punches people.
That's pretty impressive.
That sort of thing. That's what I thought was really impressive about Perfect Dark.
That is impressive.
So
the next game, speaking of multiplayer, this game was my college game of choice. When I was in school and we would take study breaks, we wouldn't play it on the 64 because there was a Wii version and it was just more convenient. But I logged at least 500 hours into this game over the course of a college career. And to this day is the best racing multiplayer game that has ever existed.
Yeah.
In the genre, out of the genre. And that is Mario Kart 64. I've played every Mario Kart. I like every Mario Kart. But this was the best. The battle system in this game...
Jay Dunn called it, by the way.
Yeah, the battle system in this game was just so well done because it was so basic and so simple and such great size courses. And it made for 1v1 matches that were great and 4v4 matches that were great. I battled the crap out of this game. Plus it was obviously the 64 was incredible to all of us because we had just gone from Super Nintendo to now a 3D games. And just like the mind-blowing feeling you got when you saw Rainbow Road for the first time.
Yeah.
When you saw some of these courses that you had seen in 2D for the first time in 3D, it was literally life-changing.
Well, that's what the Nintendo 64, that's what made it so powerful and so great, I think, because it had, while PlayStation had so many benefits to it, the Nintendo 64 had the nostalgic factor that PlayStation couldn't have because an entirely new thing. The Nintendo 64 was able to take games like Super Mario 64, Mario Kart, stuff like the characters we knew, the places we knew, the situations we knew and loved, take them, put them in an entirely new 3D world.
It was incredible.
Like Rainbow Road is amazing. I remember just, I guess Christmas morning is when we got our 64s. Christmas morning with Super Mario 64, popping that thing in and being amazed at the fact that I was in a 3D Mario world.
You got it that first Christmas it was out.
Oh, yeah.
So did I. How many of you, let us know in the chat. I'm interested to see how many of us got the Nintendo 64 on the exact same day. Joseph and I clearly got on the exact same day, and there really was no better feeling than ripping open that game package, putting it in, Mario 64, going to fight King Babam. I mean, it was fantastic. Yep. Which leads us to, of course, Super Mario 64.
Oh, okay.
I mean, really just a staple game. Obviously, in my opinion, one of the greatest Mario platforming games. I mean, if you go back and play it, the camera angles are a little wonky, but it was just... Here's what I liked about Mario 64, and let me know what you think about it, because I'm interested to hear your opinion. The other games were super linear in that it was just an overworld map and you move level to level up to this point. And I think Super Mario World may be the best Mario, in terms of just complete polish that's ever come out. But Mario 64 was so cool and so unique, even to this day, in that they had a hub world. The castle as a hub world was such a cool idea.
And had so many secret passages.
So many secret passages. So many levels. You could go to each level. And I like the idea that you could play the same level over and over again. And it would put a slightly different twist on it, whether you were finding the red coins or things like that. I mean, I remember the feeling when I realized you could go in the middle of the castle and look straight up, and it would take you into a world of the sky where you unlock the red cap.
Yep.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. What is your opinion on that? What do you feel about the 64?
What I loved about it is that it is... there it is. I mean, it was a true platformer in a 3D world. They tried a little too hard in some of the titles that came out right afterwards to make a Mario game that was kind of gimmicky with certain things. Yeah. I feel like, and I'm not trying to badmouth some of these, Sunshine. And stuff like
Sunshine
that.
Was.
But
I agree.
Why does Mario have to squirt water on stuff? What's going on
he's
there?
A water squirter.
Why can't he just be Mario who jumps and all that sort of thing? But
yeah.
I mean, what was amazing also in this one is this is the first game I can remember where Mario swung punches. You remember? You could press B and punch.
That was great.
It's so good.
Looking at the chat here, Justin says, "I don't think Tyler ever learned to jump the wall in Mario Stadium." You're a liar.
No,
I will show you. It might take me a few times. Okay, that was a really easy one to make. A harder one to make was the jump on Rainbow Road. Do you guys remember you could jump all the way off of Rainbow Road at the right point and land half the course away? But if you didn't, you just guaranteed you to lose the match.
Well, I was terrible at Mario Kart. I could never even hit the secret cave on the beach. Or not the secret cave. It's pretty obvious, but I could never hit the ramp right to get to the cave on the beach.
So,
Jay Dunn was talking about the dadgum jungle track, DK's Jungle. Hated that one. Hated that track. That tunnel. The tunnels were just ridiculous.
Yep. Speaking of Donkey Kong Country, I don't actually have the game here. It's too far away from reach. But I've got the yellow edition of Donkey Kong Country 64, which I was super overly hyped for because it was Donkey Kong Country. I played 1 and 2 and 3. I didn't own 3 for the Super Nintendo, but I owned 1 and 2, and I played the mess out of them. And I was disappointed by the 3D version of Donkey Kong Country. Did you ever play it?
Just a little bit.
It wasn't a terrible game, but the height of platforming that was Donkey Kong Country 3 was a big letdown for me.
And, of course, we have to talk about the fact that it was an iconic character and...
Donkey Kong
himself.
Yeah, Donkey Kong himself.
Iconic character, and it was the first time that we were getting a true Donkey Kong game, on the Nintendo 64, so we were super excited. But one of the issues here is that they knocked it out the park with Super Mario 64, and they especially knocked it out the park with the next game I'm going to bring up.
Yep.
Legend
you really
of Zelda.
you can't talk about the 64, which is in almost everybody's top 3 Zelda games. Where you rank it is different, but it's really in almost everyone's top 3 Zelda games. And I got to point out the impressiveness that he owns the Gold Edition. Do you guys own the Gold Edition?
Yeah, who else got a Gold Edition with
Because you could only get the Gold Edition from pre-ordering the game. And I actually went to Toys R Us. My mom brought me after school the day it came out. And when I got there, I was so upset because they didn't have any left. And the guy's like, actually, we have one more, but it was just a regular version. And I always wanted the Gold Edition. So did you guys get the Gold Edition? Because that's pretty legit, dude.
It was so sad.
That is pretty legitimate.
Where does Ocarina of Time in the Zelda games for you, being a pretty big Zelda guy? Where does Ocarina of Time?
I can only say because I haven't finished Breath of the Wild yet, and that might be above Ocarina of Time by the end of it, or it may be significantly lower. I can say it's either 2 or 3. Number 1 is A Link to the Past, for sure. Number 2 is definitely either Ocarina of Time. Wind Waker's up there, but I think Breath of the Wild edges it out, at least to the point where I'm at in the game, so we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Good
so we've got our first competition, right?
Quick shout out though to James Dunn. Always wanted to get Quest 64. James, I bought Quest 64 just like 5 days ago.
Yeah, really,
I found it in the shop and was
he
like,
was so excited,
and
I never played it, and I'm excited to hear about him. He's gonna do a review of it. If you guys haven't seen, he has done a Mystical Ninja Goemon and what was the other one you did? Oh, Silicon Valley.
Space Station Silicon Valley. Yeah, I was gonna plug those a little bit later on.
So good.
I've done 2 videos already. I'll get to some of that later on, but if you want to look those up, that's there. Yeah. I agree with David Codd. I think Ocarina of Time is the best Nintendo 64 game. There's just
it really probably is.
It's not my personal favorite. I've got some weirder games that I like more. Yeah. I like the weird stuff, but I think it is the best game. I think all in all, honestly, it's Ocarina of Time, and I think Super Mario 64 is right behind it.
Yeah, it's neck and neck for me.
How often do you have a launch title that is one of the best games on the console?
Yeah, that's true.
It's just crazy. All right, we're going to play our little game now. This is another pretty easy one if you pay attention. But we're going to do our first round of our game where we show you gameplay footage from a Nintendo 64 game, and the first person to guess gets a point. All right, here it is now. Yeah. I really hope you guys can guess what game this is.
I mean, this is an easy one off the bat. Easy. But yeah, it's this game. Oh, the things to say about this game.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, young Tyler was so hyped for this game, and this might have been my first real big disappointment in the gaming world. Like, I genuinely think it was.
What's amazing to me about this video right now... Look at this. Yeah, what's amazing to me about this video right now is that we actually pulled it off of...
this is actually probably the best part of the game, right?
Yeah,
here.
We pulled it off of YouTube, and it's actually a speed run.
Yeah.
This is how bad the game was.
Speed running this
was a speed run, and you saw what that was.
There was
so slow. Moments of awkwardly pausing in order to stare at things.
Notorious for glitches. Okay, who got it really first?
Bad. Looks like Jay did.
Jay Dunn. Nailed it, Jay.
Ro Hunter guessed Dark Knight, though.
Yeah, that was a good guess, Ro.
That's why I love you, Ro. You know, you got a lot of strengths in a lot of areas. Ro and I talk basketball a lot.
Yeah, this isn't his strength.
You know what? I'm just going to go.
Yeah, this is not your cup of tea. So, really, it was the first game that disappointed me. Like, they put out a poster in Nintendo Power a couple months before it came out. I put it up on my wall. I was like, Superman. I was totally into Superman Blue, Superman Red. Oh, yeah, you know you love those. 90s glory. Yeah. And when this game came out, it was glitchy. It was boring. It was just, I really do believe.
It was like 3 hours of flying through rings.
It was. It really was. Like a way weaker version of Star Fox 64. I really think this was my first true disappointment for video games. Either this or Donkey Kong Country, but this was the first harshest disappointment for video games I ever experienced.
I'm going to go ahead and write it down. Jay Dunn. You get 1 point.
1 point, my friend.
That 1 point goes towards winning this copy of Shadows of the Empire.
Oscar asks, was Death of Superman for the SNES better? We actually just discovered that this game even existed yesterday. but there's a game called The Death and Reign of Superman, or Death and Return of Superman, maybe, for the Super Nintendo, and it's regarded as the actual best Superman game of all time.
Very nice.
And you can play as not only Superman, Superboy, Steel, Eradicator, like all the Supermen that tried to replace Superman after he died.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick. That's on the top of my list of games to pick up.
I love it. David Codd asked, worst game, Superman 64 or E.T.? That's a good one.
I'm
That's
going
a good
Super
question.
64.
Justin says E.T. Jay Dunn says Superman 64. I can go to
I've
the
never
store.
played E.T., so I don't know.
No one has. I could go to the store and get a copy of Superman 64 right now. I saw it in there the other
Did
day,
you?
and I ignored it. I can't go to the store to get an E.T. because I got to go out to the desert where they were all buried. Like, E.T. was such a bad game, they buried it in the desert.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
Fair
enough.
Wait, do you have one thing? We got one thing Tyler wants to talk about before we move on to a quick segment. And,
Another game that is fantastic and is in the top Zelda games, Majora's Mask.
Yep.
Player's Guide to Majora's Mask.
I didn't bring it. I didn't bring it with me. I got the gold
You do have
holographic.
I got the gold holographic too. Oh,
Yeah.
so good. So Majora's Mask was so interesting as a sequel because this was really around the time that you realized Nintendo's not going to play it safe. Like, they easily could have just released like an Ocarina of Time 2 that was really similar to Ocarina of Time, but they released this weird Kid Link mask-based quirky game where it was on like 24-hour cycles, and the world was going to end, and the moon was going to crash.
Wild.
And it was really crazy, but really good and well done. And one of the most underrated Zelda games, I think, of all time.
There's a part of me that likes it a little bit more than Ocarina of Time just because of how strangely unique it was.
It really was.
That there's a testament to how unique it really was. And that's what Zelda games have been so good at. Like, the fact that the Game Boy Zelda game was about you being in a dream on a whale. And the world not actually existing.
Yeah.
You had that sort of thing. Like, they've always done those weird stories. And I've always liked that about Majora's Mask. Ocarina of Time, better game.
It is.
More complete game. But Majora's Mask, pretty cool.
That was a good one.
All right. I'm going to sneeze.
Nope. That was ridiculous. Wow.
It actually died right after that, so this is very painful.
That was
very painful.
Ridiculous.
All right, we're going to take a break from the games.
Okay.
I'm going to send out the link one more time to the gift card giveaway because pretty soon here we're actually going to announce that gift card giveaway. But we're going to switch over to a segment we want to do more often based off of last week's episode where we showed collections.
Yeah,
so what are we about to show here, Tyler?
We're about to show James Dunn's collection.
Yeah, we are.
And it is awesome.
James out in the audience tonight, so shout out to James.
Is he in the audience? I don't know.
Yeah, he's commented a few times.
Yeah.
I think he's watching on a bit of a delay,
okay.
So watch out, James.
Well,
it's coming.
he submitted an awesome collection that we really want to showcase, and a couple of you guys have sent us collections, but if you have a collection of anything, send it to us. We'd love to showcase it and talk about it like we did last week for a bunch of different people's collectibles. So let's take a look at what we got here. This is, hands down, the most impressive Beast Boy collection I've ever seen.
This is definitely one of the more unique collections you're ever going to find.
I've seen like
it's a
Captain America.
Yeah.
I've seen obviously Spider-Man. I've got a big Spider-Man collection, but this is just really impressive and really cool.
Yeah, take a closer look right
there. I love the
shelf.
Dorbs at the bottom. Those are really great. The pink-haired Beast Boy.
Yep.
Really like that. Really, really like that.
What else we got? Moving to the next.
And the artwork in the back is great.
Here we go. Sorry.
You can see it on the back right. There's what looks to be like custom artwork. James also has a lot of custom art that I would like to showcase at another point.
That'd be great.
But
that would be great. I love seeing that.
I love the pops. I honestly didn't even know there was that much Beast Boy memorabilia.
He's got it.
And then
switching off, he's got a couple Shaun of the Deads, which is pretty great.
Cool. That's
pretty
such
great
a great
doors
movie.
of Shaun of the Dead. Like that a lot. Last little bit of there's another Beast Boy drawing.
Yeah, and he can probably drop in the comments who drew that, but seriously awesome collection. Like, your collection is incredible, dude. Beast Boy is a great character, and he just has like probably the world's definitive Beast Boy collection.
Right. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else.
That's awesome. That is seriously awesome, dude. You are amazing. Great collection.
Great collection. Yeah, one of the more unique shrines. Absolutely. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this. Scott points out that the only thing that kept him from getting 100% on Majora's Mask was shooting those aliens on horseback at the farm. Yeah, that was really annoying. Really annoying.
It really was.
James even says that's not all of them in his Respawn collection.
That's
apparently,
awesome.
Really
what
impressive.
a collection. So why don't you tell us about what game you and your friends played on the 64?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what game you and your friends in college played on the 64?
Oh, okay. Yeah, real quick,
Yeah.
because it's time to move on to the underrated gems.
I just
but
you've got so many good things to say about this game.
There's a lot of games we haven't really hit on a whole lot. We didn't talk much about Star Fox, which is a great one. We didn't talk at all about Banjo-Kazooie.
Which we could talk about
Phenomenal.
forever.
We didn't talk about Mario Party or Paper Mario. We didn't talk about Mario Tennis, which I think is a very underrated multiplayer game.
It definitely is.
I've had so many fights with roommates about Mario Tennis. And we didn't talk too much about Shadows of the Empire, but we're giving it away.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And we'll talk about more about that at the end of the
But
episode.
I feel like everyone knows if you went to college, then you probably jammed a lot on Super Smash Brothers.
That was a great game.
This was the one in college that we played so much. All right, everyone loves Super Smash. Everyone loves it. Everyone knows about Smash. I'm starting to sound like Trump for some reason. Wow. Everyone's seen Smash. They know
Everyone's
it. They love
seen
Smash.
it. They love it.
Smash.
They love it. Sad people haven't
Sad
seen
people,
it.
they haven't seen it. If you haven't seen Smash, people who've seen me play Smash agree I'm the best.
They say you're the
at
best.
Smash.
They say all you do is win. All you do is win.
Raleigh Smith says Smash is life. Yes. We played this copy of Smash so much. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's something inside of the actual cartridges that's like a little like battery type thing, and it saves the internal memory.
Which is pretty impressive.
We played this Smash so much that we burned out the internal memory.
Wow, really?
And it cannot save progress. So every time we tried to play Smash and we wanted to use a character like Luigi or something, I'm a big Luigi fan. I play as Luigi. I get
Obviously, I'm a big Mario fan.
Get that ping move,
Yeah.
and it's done. I can knock you out. Every time we wanted to play with one of those, we had to turn it on and unlock the character again.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's how you know you love a game. Great
Just
game.
amazing.
Great discussion.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about some underrated gems. Some
Yes.
games that we all like. I love, he loves, and of course we prepped you guys earlier. Jay has a point, right? And we're going to show
Jay has a point from
a preview or some gameplay of the game, and the first person to say what the game is gets a point and gets entered to win this Star Wars Shadows of the Empire game. If you haven't done it already, go sign up for the IST gift card.
Yeah, we're gonna go through about 3 games, then we're gonna give that gift card away.
There you go. So go ahead and do that. We'll drop the link again if you missed it in just a minute.
I also want to see who else everyone played as, because Carlos has already jumped on and said that he played with Kirby.
Yeah.
And I had some friends.
I was
played,
a 64 Kirby player.
Some of my friends played with Kirby, and they mastered what we referred to as the douche kick. Because if someone was a little bit over the outside, Kirby had just a jumping downward like spin kick that would knock people straight
And
down.
that's the actual official name of the kick. Like
The
if you
douche
look
kick.
in the manual,
Yeah,
it
it
says
calls it
the douche kick.
Yeah.
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 And he can turn into a solid turd, which is really nice and slow him down.
Yeah.
It's a whole motif.
Raleigh has pointed out that you can replace the battery. Yes, but we also had a second copy in college, so we just switched to the other copy. Yep. All right, Justin's asking for the link. I think that's to the giveaway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that up
drop
again.
that. It's a good
I'm going to drop
idea.
that again. Riley has mentioned Mystical Ninja, which is one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, Raleigh, if you hadn't seen it, he made a video on Mystical Ninja like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Seriously worth watching.
2 of my absolute favorites, so I'm not going to talk about them tonight, are Mystical Ninja starring Goemon and Space Station Silicon Valley. I've made videos and put them up on the channel discussing those games and why I love them so much. You can go find those. I'm going to put up, I guess I'll go first.
Yeah.
If that's all right. I'm going to put up gameplay of one of my absolute favorite games.
Oh, Link. That's who they were playing as in Smash Bros. Just wanted to say that.
Right, of course. Of course.
Okay. So,
all right,
first person to get this game.
I'm going to put up some gameplay.
You're getting
it's
it.
pretty bad quality. It was just a random rip off of YouTube, so excuse
It looks
me on
good.
that.
I've never played this.
All right. Who can guess what this game is? All right. If you know what this is, you clue in. This is one of my absolute favorite underrated gems of the Nintendo 64. And good call. Switch out the cartridge while you got the video going.
Yep.
So this is one of my absolute favorite underrated gems. It's a phenomenal multiplayer game, and it was also a phenomenal arcade game.
Interesting.
In fact, I'm going to go ahead and cut back to the... Oh, Scott got it.
Scott.
All right. So many a coin and many an hour was spent at Diamond Gems arcade in the Metro Center Mall in Jackson, Mississippi when I was younger, playing Gauntlet Arcade.
There you go.
One of my absolute favorite games was Gauntlet. Amazing multiplayer, leveling up system. And play as, Blue Wizard is about to die. You got to play as all this.
That's so good.
You got to learn that eating food replenishes 50 health points. You had to hold on to as many keys as possible, and if you use magic, you can defeat death. It's all those things that make Gauntlet so good.
That's real life.
Yeah. So if you played Gauntlet Legends, let me know who you played as, because I was always Blue Warrior.
Yeah.
Blue Warrior, or if I had unlocked the Minotaur, which was like the special, like hidden version of the Warrior class, I played as the Minotaur. There's just so much good about Gauntlet. Amazing multiplayer game. This one holds a special place in my heart because my younger brother Adam and I used to play this all the time.
Really?
Like, we had like level 99 characters out the wazoo. It's like every single person that we played as was level 99.
That's pretty impressive.
We were jamming on some Gauntlet. So Gauntlet Legends on the Nintendo 64 is one of my underrated gems.
I'm sad to say I never played it, but it's on my list to play when I do my 64.
Well, clearly I've got it.
I'll be borrowing.
Come over to my house. The only downside to it, well, no, it's not even a downside. You saved your characters on the memory pack. So if you ever went over to a friend's house,
that's pretty
you
cool.
can take your character with you.
That's really cool, actually.
So good.
Very cool.
Good.
So
not a huge. It looks like some people are saying Gauntlet. I think
Yeah.
Doesn't look like Gauntlet got a huge amount of love in the live chat, but that's okay. It's one of my favorites.
That's important.
Absolutely one of my favorites.
That's important.
Scott got the points there for guessing Gauntlet first. So now Jay has a point. Scott has a point.
Yep.
And no.
I'm gonna do this one.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
I switched it up there.
Yeah. So we're pulling up the video footage of the next game. All right. This game I'm really excited about.
I can't wait to talk
putting
about
up
this
and talking about because someone has actually already mentioned it.
Wow, really?
In the live
I missed
chat
it,
earlier.
but I can't believe it.
It was a brief moment, and I almost commented on it, but I had to refrain because I was like, wait, we need to keep this for later.
Okay.
I'm gonna put up this game. Who can guess which game this is? Look at that. Going through the snow, hitting boxes in there. You got a cave.
Getting items.
Man.
Look at that. And a sexy car.
Yeah.
Looks
like going a whopping about 85 miles an hour, which is unheard of in racing games.
Oh, gosh. 85
way too fast.
miles? Can you imagine? Way
that? Too fast.
So I don't want to say it, but certainly somebody's going to get it.
I mean, I would think so. We just got that whole 30-second delay going on between when we were watching. I do want to, for just a moment, say that it's very, very strange to me how many people played... David Codd.
David Codd.
It's very strange to me how many people played Smash Brothers as Link.
Yeah.
Because
in
our circles, he was commonly considered to be the weakest of the Smash characters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There you go.
Commonly considered to be the weakest. It kind of went like... There was one guy that we're friends with who played as Fox, and we hated him for it because Fox was too fast.
Pikachu was also pretty good.
Yeah, we had one guy that played as Pikachu, and he was dominant, and we had a few guys that played as Kirby. We had one guy that played as Jigglypuff, and was unbeatable.
Fair enough.
He was so good with jiggles.
So David Codd got it. Justin had it, but couldn't remember the name of it.
Justin, I feel your
I hate that. Beetle Adventure Racing.
Yeah, a couple guys guessing Cruis'n USA,
which is a solid
great,
guess. And I actually have Cruis'n World,
nice,
which is a pretty fun game. But
I have San Francisco Rush,
also good. Beetle Adventure Racing was really an under the radar racing game because think about just the concept. They're like, hey, let's promote VW Beetle. Let's make an entire racing game where all you can pick is Beetle games.
Well, because it was right when they released the new Beetle,
the new Punch
right?
Bug, and it was a big deal. And I remember someone's mom got a VW Beetle. We thought it was super cool. And the gameplay was surprisingly good. You could get items, you could go through boxes, there was tons of shortcuts. It was almost a mix between a serious racing game and a Mario Kart 64 style racing game. Just because the way they designed the game was that it didn't take itself too seriously. So, the way you crashed, the way you found hidden routes, stuff like that, the item usage, it was seriously amazing. If you get a chance to play Beetle Adventure Racing, it sounds so lame. But I remember I went over to a friend's house the first time I played it, and we just sat there. I think he rented it, and we played for an entire weekend straight. We just thought it was the greatest thing of all time.
Yep.
One of the best memories I have as a kid, and really a fantastic game.
David's pointing out the final car was the alien design. Did you ever unlock the final car?
Wow, I don't remember, honestly.
We need to play that. After we get done recording, we're going to put that one in.
We're definitely going to hit up some Beetle Adventure Racing tonight.
All right, I'm going to give one more, and then we're going to announce the winner of the gift card giveaway.
Okay, if you haven't entered that gift card, go ahead and do that.
So I'm going to go ahead. Here's that gift card link one more time.
We want to give you money.
All right, so there is the... James apparently would take his Beetle and drive it through boxes in real life.
Did you get cool items?
I want to know, how did that benefit you?
How did that turn out?
As a driver, James Dunn?
I feel like it benefited you well. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to give one more, and then we're going to announce the winner, the giveaway. So we'll probably announce that winner right about the top of the hour, which will work out nicely because if you have to leave at the top of the hour when we would normally end, you haven't missed out.
You can peace out.
All right, this game is a very special game.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very special. Cult classic, without a doubt.
It actually had a huge following.
Yeah, huge following. There's a lot of people in some of these groups, the Facebook groups and all that we're on, that talk about how much of a cult classic it is. And there's a lot of people that claim that if there was ever like a reissue of this game on any system, they would get it in a heartbeat. So here we go. Who can guess the name of this game?
Wallace is playing. Raleigh said he was having trouble entering. I'm not sure if anyone else has had trouble entering, but you should be able to go create a username and password on that website and put in your email address, and you should be able to just straight away enter, I believe.
Yeah, anytime that we test out the giveaway links, he sends it to me. He creates it, sends it to me. I'm logged in, and it automatically tells me that I'm like entered to win or something like that. So far, I haven't won, though, so I think it's all rigged.
Yeah, it's totally rigged. Wow, this is interesting gameplay. Again, I've never played this game, but I've heard a lot about it.
I can't wait to explain more about the gameplay.
This fight looks incredible.
You can see a little bit of it. I'm going to skip to a different part of the video so you can see some of the other weird stuff that happens. You're riding a cat.
Of course, because why not?
Yep, riding a cat at this point. Fighting some sort of anthropomorphic...
Yep, somebody got it.
Who got it?
James Dunn got it.
Woo!
Wow, so we've got a 4-way tie right now.
So, wow, this is incredible. So, James Dunn got it. Jay Dunn, no relation, maybe, has got a point already as well. Scott's got a point. David Codd has a point.
That's impressive.
Yeah. That's Mischief Makers. Mischief Makers is a very strange side-scrolling platformer. What do they call it? Like 2.5D, where it's a side-scroller, but it's got like depth to it. What made Mischief Makers so unique? First off, it's a game made by Treasure.
Mm-hmm. Treasure,
so there's
that is what you are.
A lot of people out there are big supporters of Treasure as a company, which I think is very interesting that they have.
So it's like Apple.
Yeah, exactly. But all right. Treasure's made some other ones, some other good games. Oh, man, I'm totally drawing a blank now. I was just looking it up earlier so I could list off some of these games, and I failed you as an audience.
Wow.
But Mischief Makers was a really weird game because Mischief Makers, the combat system, you might have been able to pick up. Your character did not throw punches or have projectiles or anything.
Right.
Your character grabbed things and shook them. That was the combat system. So that boss fight you're seeing where you had like the big lizard who was punching down, you noticed it was flashing on his fist. In order to beat that boss, you have to grab the boss's fist, shake it, and throw it back up at his face so he would punch himself.
I mean, it just feels right.
It's so weird, and it's so difficult. It was such a hard game. I remember as a kid being so frustrated by it because all you do is grab and shake. So you have to like solve puzzles by finding bombs nearby and shaking them up and throwing them just right.
Seriously,
crazy game.
Fantastic.
Crazy game.
What a game.
Yeah. Tyler, I think it's about time
to announce a winner. Giveaway, so I'm going to go look and see what we got here.
You look that up. Keep in mind, we are giving away an IST gift card right now.
Yep.
And congratulations to last week's winner, Faria Imami.
Yes.
Who,
she said she was going to be using it today to buy some trade paperbacks. So
nice. I told her, let us know. Haven't heard back, so she might have just taken the money and run. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was just in stock trade. So.
James Dunn, Friday night shaking things. Yep. That was Mischief Makers for you.
I mean, that's also how we got into Mischief as kids. Like, we just went around shaking stuff.
Yep.
Mischief makers.
We go to the local Walmart
Yeah,
and
just
walk
shake
in and start
stuff.
shaking stuff and see what would happen.
Shake, 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 shake.
That's actually what she would say. Marina was the main character's name. She'd grab an item and you'd shake it and she'd go, shake, 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 shake.
All right, we have a winner.
Uh-oh, who is it?
Tonight's In-Stock Trades gift card
I'm so nervous.
is none other than the man himself.
Please be me.
It's not you.
Right.
It's never going to be you.
I don't know.
It could be you.
Okay.
Chris Sardo.
Hey.
Chris, you the man. Congratulations. Let's get a winning dance for
Congrats.
him. You did it. You did it. You won a gift card. That was also a song I made up on the spot. I don't like to brag about
I'm
my
not
musical
done.
ability. You keep going. You just you dance until you feel like you need to stop.
I felt like it now.
Yeah, we all felt it before you, but I'm glad you finally caught up to the rest of us.
But you were all wrong.
How dare you? Congratulations, Chris.
Chris Sardo, you did it.
You did it, buddy.
You won a
Thanks
gift
for
card.
watching. Do something nice for somebody this week.
Yeah. Keep in mind, that's the main thing that we want to get across. We love giving stuff away, but we also hope that at some point maybe encourage you to also live a little bit more generously this week.
That's right.
Just do a little something special. Buy a friend lunch.
Yeah.
Go volunteer time at a homeless shelter if you really feel like it.
I mean, that'd be
who's stopping
fantastic. You guys changed the world.
you? Yeah, we're all about that. Go for it.
Carlos says, "Congrats, Christ." I don't know if he means that literally,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. All right. It's Easter
we're
season.
also happy about Christ and Easter and all of that. But I think he means Chris.
Oh, yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
All right. Tyler, you got a game coming up.
I got a
You ready-
freaking game.
You ready to throw that
I got
gameplay
the
in there?
game. Hit it.
You guys better guess this one. You should know this one, and you should all love this
Back
one.
it up just a little bit, because I want them to see.
we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
I want them to see the play selection.
Here it is.
Here it is. There
Look
it
at
is. The Blizzard was my
You can
jam.
already see. You can already see right then. They're going to the only play that matters, the bomb.
The bomb. The Blizzard was my... Look at that. Touchdown.
Man, Baltimore is rolling all over the greatest
Yeah,
show
they
on
really
turf.
are.
Jim Harbaugh's over here just throwing it down.
They really are.
Yeah.
Justin W. said, both of us danced like no one was watching, and he wished he hadn't.
Yep.
That feels right.
Jay Dunn. That's
Jay,
a
look
second-
at that,
second
dude.
point
Jay
for Jay
is
Dunn.
on it, man. Oh, what a
but,
Jay.
but Justin.
NBA Jay.
Hey, Justin. Much love to you. Actually, I'll give a bonus point right now if someone can tell me, like right now,
Yeah, it's got to be in the next 5 seconds so you don't Google it.
what the Nintendo 64 game was called. The equivalent to NBA Jam on the Nintendo 64.
I can
If
tell
anyone
you.
can tell me that right now. I'm listening. No one's saying anything.
Yeah, no one's saying anything. So we'll see when the chat comes up.
Yep.
But NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
Let's just slot
Swap
this
it out.
in here.
Swap it out.
NFL Blitz was maybe the greatest football game of all time.
It's
The
certainly
fantastic thing about NFL Blitz is nobody cared about the football aspect.
something. No.
Like, it wasn't about that. It was about just sacking someone like you were playing wrestling as hard as you could. They would just, you could hit them hard, 30-yard first downs. The plays were really easy. And like, occasionally, there'd be like a really hot sprite of a cheerleader that would come on the screen. And I'd be like, oh, man, hope my parents don't watch. Hope my parents aren't going to come in here. This would be really uncomfortable. If I saw this, I don't know what I'm going to do. Seriously.
You dying? Is it? Oh, man. Yeah.
NFL Blitz was amazing.
But do you know why NFL Blitz was created?
Why?
So it actually was created for that reason. Like, basically, the old Madden games on like the SNES and the
Yeah.
Sega Genesis. At one point, there was an early Madden game in which they thought it would be really funny to put in an ambulance that when a player got injured, the ambulance would just plow onto the field and run over all the players.
Wow.
Don't know why they thought that was something.
I
they
mean,
should
it's
add.
hilarious.
And they did that. So the ambulance would come in, and it was just like, you can't do that. So the Madden games kept trying to downplay the violence of football. They decided that that was something. The NFL, for a while now, if you're an NFL fan, they want to downplay the violence of football.
Yeah.
So,
But in that time, they wanted to upplay it.
so Midway said, that's fine, downplay it all you want. We are going to bring it up, and we're going to
Yeah.
bring in late hits, and we're going to bring in
Oh,
all
it
this
was
stuff. It was
fantastic.
just literally, the NFL was like, we don't want to do, we don't want
Right.
to glorify the violence. And Midway went, we're going to do it anyway.
Well, that's how we're going to make
So-
money. So,
great
looking-
guesses here.
Looking here, but none of them are right.
And one is.
Oh, really?
One is right. But Great guesses. I love seeing that. James Dunn says Killer Instinct and Tekken. Jay Dunn has the best answer in Bill Laimbeer Combat Basketball. And I want to give you a bonus point for that, Jay. That's so good. Toby says NBA Butter?
NBA Butter.
Which
it's
I
like
love.
NBA Jam,
And then Scott,
except thicker.
Except thicker. Scott says Mario Tennis, which I already said was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But actually, it's David Codd who got it right.
Wow.
NBA Hang Time was the
Wow.
was the NBA Jam equivalent.
Look at this. We got two real Nintendo 64 know-it-alls going
Yeah.
on.
So right now, Jay Dunn and David Codd are now tied.
Okay.
Maybe I should not have given that bonus point
Anyone's
out, but I
game.
just felt like I had
No,
to.
it happened. Anyone's game.
Yeah. David said he only played Hang Time with Big Head mode on because that was the
As
only
you should.
way to play.
As you should.
Only way.
All right, hit us with the next gem, your last gem.
Yeah, it's true. NBA Hang Time is also the reason why when somebody does something dumb, I instantly reply with, why? Because if you put up like a full court shot, like the end of a quarter or something, the guy would always be like...
The announcer?
Yeah, the announcer would be like, wild shot, or why?
Well, in Madden...
What was he thinking?
In early Madden on 3D, I do the same thing because it would be any play, the announcers would just be like, trick play, might not work, but you'd be like running down the field, going for a touchdown.
I mean, it might not.
You're on the way to the end zone. Trick
not.
play, might not work. No, it's not a trick play. I just passed it and then I scored.
All right.
Last one. Let's hit it.
Last one
for
me.
you.
And I'm really hoping that some of you guys can actually identify this
All
game.
right.
Here's the gameplay for it. We'll go ahead and throw it up there. If
Raleigh
anyone-
says GameCube is better. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, Raleigh can leave. He can leave this whole thing.
GameCube was pretty good, dude. I'm not going to lie.
You can get on out of here, Raleigh. All right. If anyone knows what this is, I'm going to be very, very proud of you. Because this thing is one of my favorites. Just a unique, another another tactical RPG.
Yep.
Which was something that I loved growing up. Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my absolute favorite games of all time. Like, I love Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, Raleigh actually got it, but I hate Raleigh.
Wow. But the Nintendo 64 is your favorite console
Yep.
of all time. That pains you, I know.
Yep.
Good for you, Raleigh. Man, he got it.
No one has actually given the full name of it yet.
Yeah, it counts.
So, I kind of, would like to see if anyone knows the full name of this.
Raleigh, you're still getting your point.
Yeah, Raleigh's getting the point. I'm going to skip to it. I'm going to see if I want to find a battle. An actual battle here. Oh, no one. Oh, here we go. This is what the
Justin
battle is
W.
about.
almost got it.
Oh, really?
Ricky C said Oregon Trail 64.
Man, Ricky is awesome for that.
Great guess.
James says Map Walk 64, which is pretty good. I don't actually hate you, Raleigh. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I was hurt. I reacted emotionally.
I mean, let's be honest. Everyone can agree that Super Nintendo is the best system of all time.
So
that's
Ogre
fine.
Battle 64. Ogre Battle, a very underrated RPG series. And no one has quite named the full title of it yet, so I'm still waiting to see. But Ogre Battle 64, Person of Lordly Caliber.
Wow. Person of Lordly Caliber.
I know, right? Raleigh is winning. Raleigh, you're getting back in my good graces. He's naming other Ogre Battle games. March of the Black Queen.
That's pretty impressive.
Yep. There were a couple of Ogre Battle games that were named after Queen songs.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This was not one of them. Person of Lordly Caliber was not, but March of the Black Queen was one of them.
Raleigh does have a good video game vocabulary.
Yep. Justin actually grabbed the correct name. Person of Lordly
good for
Caliber.
him.
So good for Justin.
Bonus point for him, sure.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I'll write it down. Okay. So yeah, I loved Ogre Battle 64. It was a unique RPG. It was a tactical RPG, and it was one where the battle was actually like you didn't play the battle. You set up the tactics, and the battles were automated.
That's cool. The graphics look really good for 64 era graphics because they're kind of that Final Fantasy Tactics style graphics.
Very similar. And so, depending on where characters were placed in a 3x3 grid, where they were placed and what what class they were is what sort of attack they would do and when they would attack in the order of attack.
Okay.
Very, very interesting setup. Very unique.
Very cool.
So.
Very cool.
Yeah,
what a game.
I loved this truly unique RPG.
Well, good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the last opportunity you guys got to win this game. This is it.
And this is it? You only have one more?
So, I mean, everyone has a chance to get on the board. On the board, we've got looks like Scott and James Dunn, Raleigh, and Justin all have a shot at tying it up, and we're gonna have a tiebreaker.
Yeah. Right now, Jay Dunn and David Codd are the only two that have 2
And so
points.
if Jay Dunn or David get this game first, whoever gets this game first, you're gonna get it, guys. You're gonna get it.
We have faith in you.
Go ahead and clip to it right now. Let's talk about
this is Tyler's final
This
selection.
is my final and one of my favorite and the most underrated game.
Yeah.
One of
totally
the most
agree.
underrated game
Totally
on the
agree.
64.
Totally agree with you on this. And I hope you guys get this thing almost instantly.
I mean, you should. You really should. Because it's just so good. It's so good. Doom is it Doom?
It's not. It's very similar to Doom.
It is
a
very similar.
direct sequel to Doom.
Basically.
Yeah, you're just a real.
I mean,
sequel.
I want to keep talking, but my eyes are just glued to the chat because
I
I
know.
want to see who's going to get this.
I know. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for someone to name more Queen songs. Actually, is what I want. Oh, Justin got it.
Justin got it.
Actually,
Wow.
Justin named Diddy Kong Racing, which
Diddy
is pretty
Kong
great.
Racing.
Yep.
Wow, look at that. Oh, so close.
It's amazing to me how Justin got it right before either Jay or David.
Yeah, wow.
did.
That could have been it.
Yep.
That could have been it.
That could have been
I
it.
could have sealed the deal.
So Justin got it to tie it up. So we actually have 3 people that all got 2 points.
Okay.
So we got to come up with a tiebreaker.
So here's what
here.
we're going to do.
Oh.
Here's what we're going to do. Because we need a tiebreaker, I'm going to tell you in just a second. I want to talk about Diddy Kong Racing first.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing
What made it so good?
is freaking amazing. You can race in a cart like Mario Kart, in a hovercraft, or plane. And it was so fun. It was just as good battle-wise as Mario Kart, but with multiple options. I felt like a spiritual successor to Mario Kart in every way. I absolutely love Diddy Kong Racing. The annoying thing about Diddy Kong Racing, and little FYI, TikTok, you guys remember how hard he was to unlock?
TT, man.
We actually just played
Yep.
before we started the show. We played around, and it was really fun. But you guys are just finding amusement at our own expense, is what someone said. But here's what bothered me about Diddy Kong Racing.
Mm-hmm.
Much like Banjo-Kazooie, except, no, not to say that back. Where Banjo-Kazooie and Nintendo both kind of owned, or Rare, who made Banjo-Kazooie and Nintendo, both kind of owned that property, and it was tied up in legal limbo for a little while. It eventually got free and was able to be put on other systems. Like, Banjo-Kazooie actually ended up on the Xbox, you'll remember, because Rare was purchased by Microsoft.
Yep.
And it was really a Rare-made game. However, Diddy Kong Racing was completely created by Rare, but used Nintendo characters. And when Rare merged with Microsoft, or got bought out by Microsoft, they weren't able to put this game on the Virtual Console or any other system. So what their solution was they actually released a DS version of the game, but they had to remove all of the Rare characters.
Yeah, that's right. So you couldn't have Conquer anymore.
Nope, you couldn't have TikTok. You couldn't have a lot of them. It was really frustrating.
Call him by his
TT.
his legal name.
TT. So, I loved the game. I loved everything about it. It's one of my favorite. It's right behind Mario Kart 64 in terms of my favorite racer. Up till today in this generation. It's just so good and so underrated. It always got overshadowed by Mario Kart 64, and that always bothered me.
Yeah, I think this is pretty weird, and I'm just going to put this up here just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, on our chat, Justin popped up there first.
Yeah, he was up there on mine. Was he up there on someone else's first?
All you guys, both Jay and David, it displayed their comments for them first. It says,
Interesting.
Which is crazy to me that.
Did you post a screenshot?
No. Yeah.
Oh, you got it thrown up there. Good.
Yeah, it's up there right now.
So here's what we're gonna do for the tiebreaker.
So weird.
We got a 3-way
But I
tie.
love how much of a good sport everyone is.
Yeah.
Jay says, no problem. Everyone's not too worried. James Dunn says, I believe you and I believe in you.
And that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
So we needed.
You don't have to touch me. It's
so
okay.
we needed to hear.
Oh, that feels really good, actually.
Yeah.
Where's Shadows of the
I
Empire?
got a gift. I think
Is this
I
it
ate
right here?
Oh yeah, that was it.
Okay.
I got 100.
Here's what I want to know. Here's tiebreaker number 1. Do any of you guys who are in the finals already own this game? If somebody already owns this game, go ahead and let us know. Because we're going to have a tiebreaker, and it's going to be called Trivia, where we are going to start naming things about games, and the first people to get it out of those three, anybody can answer, gets a point. Like, we're just going to start naming facts about random games for the Nintendo 64 that we liked.
I'm going to just start naming Shadows of the Empire stuff.
I mean, that works.
I'm going to ask you Shadows of the Empire stuff.
Which would be kind of unfair just because they probably never played it because they're trying to win it.
Yep.
But
I know, but if you know it, I mean, I'm saying some of the guys already have. A lot of the guys have already brought up the main character Dash Rendar, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Jay doesn't own it. Well, that's what we're going to do as a tiebreaker, I think. I really didn't expect to have a tie.
I know, me either.
I was
really impressed. I'm impressed with everyone. I'll go for it. Who can answer? Do you want me to ask a question?
Yeah, you ask a question.
Question.
We'll give it a second. Let's see what. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Justin says he owns it and he doesn't want the game, but he wants to win. So you know what? Justin's still in it for pride. He's totally still in it for pride. If he wins his pride. But the second place person,
if Justin wins it, he gets to decide who gets the game between David and Jay.
There you go. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Justin is, as the king of Nintendo 64 knowledge, if you win, you get to decide who gets the game between those two.
All right. So, do you want me to ask a question and then
You're going to ask a question.
and then someone will get a point for that?
And then whoever answers it first gets a point. If nobody knows it, we're going to ask another question. But you go ahead and ask a trivia question about Nintendo 64. Any Nintendo 64 game.
Well, I'm going to ask a question about Shadows of the Empire.
Okay.
Test your knowledge there. There's a unique vehicle that you ride in Shadows of the Empire. All right? There's a unique vehicle that you ride.
Okay.
If anyone can tell me what the proper name of this vehicle is,
Okay.
it's like a race. All right?
Okay.
It's a racing to give a little. There's a couple vehicles in the game, so there's a certain racing vehicle you ride.
All right. Ding 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 ding.
A lot of guesses for Wampas,
Ding ding ding.
which is not right.
Ding.
All right, this question might fall flat. We might have to move on to your question, Tyler,
all right.
because right now people are saying Wampas, Boba Fett. Raleigh just says the damn. James Dunn, you're really close with it, but that is actually not it.
I thought it was the pod racer. So what do I know?
Not a
Okay.
Pod racer.
All right. So
The correct answer
what was the correct answer?
is a swoop bike. Swoop bike.
He was so close.
Very similar to a speeder bike.
You know, he said the swooper.
Yeah, but to be fair, he's also not supposed to be in the runnings for
Oh,
this.
you're right.
Because he only had 1 point. Sorry, James.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
It's J. David and Justin is who's
Yeah,
coming
that's
out to.
right. That's right.
A lot of people say
Jay Dunn says he never played, so he doesn't know because he wants to win the game.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, this is a good one right here. Okay, what? And this is you guys should know this. So this is from Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. Okay, there are 3 races that you transform into in the game.
Yeah.
The first person that can name me all 3 races wins. And there's a fourth.
That's a good one.
A fourth that you get, but we won't count that. If you said the first 3, you got it. So what are the 3 races that you transform into in Majora's Mask?
So I recently went through and tallied up my entire Nintendo 64 collection, and I really should take a picture and put it up.
It's
on
really
the,
quite
on the live
impressive.
show sometime. It's yeah, I've got a lot of games, and I happen to have a few games that are some of the more valuable games out there. And so my collection ended up being a lot more valuable than I expected. And I'd love to share some of that with any of you guys that are very curious about, or that have Nintendo 64 collections like I do. I want to talk to you about it. Hit me up sometime in one of the Facebook groups or something.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we have got a winner.
We do.
We have a winner. Jay Dunn says it's another one he hasn't played. So close.
James Dunn says it's Tingle, Tingle, and Tingle. Yes!
Tingle. Oh, gosh. Oh.
Right.
So we got a winner. David Codd.
David Codd.
You the man. You won. Congratulations, man.
Now, Raleigh came pretty close. I don't know if you noticed. Raleigh came pretty close.
Wow, he really did. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
He did. He really came close. You're
David
right.
has earned this. David even remembers exactly what Scott put up as a follow-up question. What instrument does each race play?
Wow.
David,
Right,
you did it.
You did it, man.
You got
Jay,
Yep.
good try.
We salute
Really
you.
appreciate you. Justin, you weren't even present on this question. I don't know what happened to you, man.
Justin was like the comeback kid.
He really
like,
was.
Justin came out of
he
nowhere
really
to tie
did.
it up.
He really did.
Phenomenal stuff.
Fantastic. Well, guys, it's been a fun episode.
Congratulations to you.
Congratulations to those who won. Chris Sardo, congratulations. We'll get you
Absolutely.
that gift card. Yeah, you the man. So, you want to talk about some videos we got dropping soon?
Yeah, well, we don't have too much planned, I feel like.
Yeah, I just didn't get to the videos I had planned on last week, so I'll be dropping them this week. And you've got a fantastic unboxing video coming out.
I do have an unboxing video I'm going to put out this week. Along with that, when I actually can sit down and have the time, then I will work on putting out a Mystery Science Theater 3000 video talking about the Netflix like reissue of that. David and Jay are both talking about whoever ends up with this game, because David has a Star Wars shrine, but Jay's never played it. We'll message both of you. We'll work this out. All right?
So what David is saying is give it to Jay so he can play. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send it to on David's recommendation. We're gonna send it to Jay, and Jay can. Do you want to?
Should we?
Let's do it.
Should we do it? You know what? You're both going to get a copy
You're
of the game.
both going to get a copy of the game. It's
Why
going to
not?
happen. We're going to send it to Jay, and we're going to send it to David. Congratulations, guys.
You're both going to get it.
You're both going to get it.
You've been great sports. So there
You
you go.
have been. You really have been.
So David and Jay, you both win.
Congratulations, guys.
People who did not win are as follows. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. No, we're not going to get there.
No, man.
I really appreciate the generosity of
Yeah, it
David
was
and
great.
Jay
Yeah.
and Justin for being like, I don't even need it.
Yeah.
I just want to win.
Yeah.
So that was really
I love
cool,
that,
guys.
Justin. You're the best.
That was really cool. So yeah, there you go. That was it. So there's going to be some videos dropping this week. My Spider-Man top 5 costume video is going to drop this week for sure. Be
I've
on
been
the
looking
lookout
forward
for
to that
that. It's going to be good. That's it.
That's going to be it.
Thanks to our special guest. I want to say Pierce Brosnan for being with us.
Always a gentleman.
Yeah.
Always a gentleman. We also want to say make sure that you're following us on Facebook and everything. We put up a lot of like the links to get into things on our Facebook
and a lot of
channel,
just like small random videos that we enjoy doing that are stupid and funny.
This is Oprah's show now. Oprah now owns
and
Super
you
Squad Day.
get a game, and you get a game.
And everyone gets a koi.
Yeah.
As well, I want to say, speaking of kois, if anyone has watched our channel and they know that we're big fans of The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl.
We are.
I highly recommend, because I finally bought and read Unbeatable Squirrel Girl Beats Up the Marvel Universe. It's a really good one. And I feel like since I've got it and I loved it so much, it's one of those that maybe I might give away in a few upcoming weeks.
That'd be awesome.
Keep your eyes
maybe
peeled.
do a
It's pretty
review and then give it away. That'd be great.
Yeah. So anyway, a lot of good stuff coming up.
That's
we love
it,
having you
guys.
guys here. Thanks for joining us on the live show
I
again.
want to give a quick plug to next
Highlight.
week's live show.
Oh, yes,
which
absolutely.
is going to be 100% Guardians of the Galaxy themed. We're doing a
So
Guardians of the Galaxy episode where we're going to have some special guest stars talking about some of the good comic runs. We're going to be talking about the action figures, the collector core box. We're going to be talking about the first movie, what we want to see from the second movie, early impressions, all that. It's going to be fantastic. So if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, you like Parks and Recreation, you like Star Trek, you like wrestling, come check it out. It's going to be fun.
Yep, be really good. I'm excited. Love that movie. Really pumped
Great,
about the
fantastic.
sequel. Time Jim, you win the prize of our love and admiration. Undying.
Yeah, we love you, Time Jim.
Thank you guys for joining. There we go.
That's Luigi.
And that's Tyler Blunt.
Not cool. This is Super Squad D.